This video is part of an interactive listening activity designed for English learners. If you want to use it, please go to the description of the video. Thanks for watching.
Good morning, Miss Harrington. My name is Tom Smith, but please call me Tom. I have checked your resume and we think you are a really good candidate for this job. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thanks a lot, Tom. It is also a pleasure to meet you, and by the way, you may call me Addison.
Okay, Miss Addison, let me ask you some questions about yourself.
Sure.
What has been your experience regarding electrical engineering?
Well, I've worked as an electrical engineer for 7 years now. I have participated on multiple projects, and it has been an amazing experience since I have been able to work with international experts. For instance, 2 years ago my team and I began a project to enhance power consumption in household appliances, and even if it has presented multiple holdbacks, creativity and teamwork have helped a lot during the process.
You mentioned you have worked with international teams, so have you ever had any instances in which you cannot communicate with your team because of the language barrier?
Yes, although I have studied and learnt some foreign languages, I have had some instances where I can't communicate. Nevertheless, this has never become an issue, since I have developed some ways of communicating with others, even if we don't speak the same language.
That sounds interesting, but moving on to the topic of languages, I wanted to ask you, what are the languages that you have learned?
I speak Spanish and French fluently. I have also spoken with people from all over Latin America, and I have learnt a lot about their different ways of speaking and their cultures. On the other hand, I have never been to France or any other French-speaking country. However, thanks to technology and my experience in multicultural settings, it has been possible for me to learn from people coming from French-speaking countries.
I see. Well, it also says here that you speak some German, right?
Yes, I have enrolled in some German courses and I have done some certification exams. It has given me a real challenge, but fortunately I have obtained my B2 certificate, and I have some plans to get a C1 certificate as well.
That's a nice plan. Okay, let's go to an unrelated question. Why did you decide to quit your previous job and apply for this one?
As you may already know, the recent years have become chaotic due to the pandemic situation. The company that I worked for has closed its doors and it hasn't mentioned anything about the future of its employees. Unfortunately, my team and I have not received any kind of payment for over a year. We have tried to speak with multiple people regarding this matter, but they haven't even answered the phone, and on top of that, the contact email has stopped working.
I'm sorry to hear about that. I know this is perhaps something personal, but have you contacted a lawyer yet?
I have thought about it, but I want to focus on the future of my career. That's why I have traveled from Australia to the United States, and that's why I have decided to apply for this job.
I see you have taken a great step in your life by moving from one country to another. As I mentioned before, we think you are a really good candidate for this job, and I am pleased to inform you that you have passed this interview. The last step for you to do is to present a standardized test in the room next door. Please go there and tell the guy that we have already spoken with you.
Thanks again, Tom. I am so excited about this opportunity.
Not a problem. Well, see you around.
See you around.